So, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, wheresoever you are, on which part of the earth you are there. So, we're going to. Okay, so this is the quant class for GMAT, and this is the third class in the series of algebra. Okay, from us learn for exam, and myself Chitranjan Upadhyay, and I'm an engineer by education and profession, and also a teacher, and teaches maths for the MBA entrance exams and other things as well. Okay, so let's start with the class. So today we are going in CL with the rest classes, with the previous classes of algebra. So if you can hear me, you can comment over there. If I'm visible, I am audible, the PPT is visible, or I'm audible, you can, comment. So, so to make your preparation journey easy, and if you can let us help you more through our app, Learn for Exam app, and you can have both the version for the Android one and for the iOS one, and can download from the App Store. So please do go and download it. So let's try some stuff. Let's go from the very point where we, last time had left. And the point was data sufficiency. And this time I just want to tell you, and the thing is, it is my desire as well. You need to understand that algebra in GMAT is just, you can avoid the whole algebra with the numbers. And in fact, I want you to do the same. What I mean to say that? Say, for example, I'm giving you an example, though I have given many before as well. But the thing is, let's start with an example and see how we can avoid algebra. And it is the need of the hour to avoid it. Actually, the GMAT is not like that content driven. You don't have to be that technical or mathematical to score higher in GMAT, but you have to be smart. Okay. And it's not like I have to give you many classes over algebra and the concept and this and that. But the thing is, I need you to think in a way to solve the GMAT problems, to solve the TS problem, actually, data sufficiency problem. So say, for example, if I ask you, there are three consecutive numbers such that their product is 720, and you are going to solve it by algebra. So you take n plus 1, n plus 2, or whatsoever, n minus 1, n minus n plus 1. So do you think it is wise or advisable to solve this thing by, algebra? Do you think it is wise? Think yourself. 720 and the three consecutive number, it would take a lot of time. And the fact is, a lot of algebraic skills, mathematical skills, and for which I'm afraid most of you, would suffer or struggle. But the thing is, if you look for 720, if you can't solve the right hand side, but you can solve the left hand side. The smart work is to solve the number. Think of such number whose product is 720. You can break this number. And if you can see it clearly, then it is okay. Otherwise, you can factorize it. Factorize means breaking down it into factors, integral factors, or more precisely, natural number factors. So 8, 9, 10 are those numbers. But you can think that it is pretty easy or comparatively easy to think in numbers rather than think in variables or algebra. Okay, do I make sense over here? Guys, can you hear me? You can post your query, your greetings, whatsoever it is, over the chat. Okay, so let's move with the same algebra part. And I have formulated some question in the form of data sufficiency. Okay, and we are moving like that only. And alongside, we are also covering some content like inequalities. You can see it is an inequality. And it is a special type of DS, that is yes no DS. Yes no data sufficiency. Don't worry, that is not a big deal. That is just like, I'm not asking what is your name, I'm asking is your name Raj. Okay, so your answer would be in yes or no format, but it has to be a concrete, a definite yes or no. A definite. No is no. Yes is no. Yes is yes. So it has to be a concrete one. Is X greater than Y? So this is the question. Is X greater than Y? So answer should be either yes or no, but a concrete or definite. So first statement says AX is greater than AY. Now, if you go by the school rule, you would cancel out A and A, and X is greater than Y. So this is looking like true for all cases. But of course, with numbers, with variables, you miss something, and I'll show you what you missed. Actually, you cannot cancel out A in one case, and that case is when A is 0. Low. Okay, that's why I was asking you. Okay. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, I think I have increased the voice or something like that, volume controls and all, but don't worry about it. Okay, even solving the algebra is not my point. I want to make it easier for every guy, whether he knows algebra or he does not know algebra. So my point was not giving you some techniques or like some mathematical techniques or something like that. I want you to replace this whole problem with numbers. Okay, so you can think, everyone can think in terms of numbers, and just develop a practice. You should be able to think likewise. Okay, what is it? Say for example, I say A is 1, so x1, x is greater than y. So it is simply showing x is greater than y. Say for example, x is like 7 and y is 6. So this equation holds true. Their product is greater than each. 7 is greater than 6, and this is x is greater than y. X is greater than y. But if I put true, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, but if I put some bizarre number which I've told you, think in terms of negative, 0, and instead of going to the algebraic expression of maths, you can think of such bizarre number which play a very vital role in GMAT. It has to be smart. But if I take A as -1, okay, let's see this statement, whether this statement would hold true or not. First of all, a statement has to be true. Then you go to the question. Then question is also true. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, 7. So with this I got, okay, with this I got, this statement was true and x is greater than y. So I get a yes. I get a yes. So I need to have a no. I need to have a no. If I get a no, then the first statement is not suffice enough. It is giving me yes. It is giving me no. It is not giving a concrete yes. It is not giving a concrete no. So it is giving both, maybe. Yes, no, yes, no. Okay. So in this case, -6 is greater than -7. Yes. So statement is true. Then I go to the question. This is A, this is X, this is A, this is Y. So this statement is true. Now X is greater than Y. X is greater than Y. True or false? Yes or no? No. So I get a yes, I get a no. I get a yes, I get a no. That means the first statement is not suffice enough. and if the first statement is not suffice enough, then it cannot be A or D. Either it can be B, C, or E. B, C, E. Okay. So let's go to the point. What I was trying to tell you. Okay. B means only second statement is suffice enough. Now think yourself, do you think the second statement itself is suffice enough? Think yourself. Do you think second statement is itself suffice enough and you don't need to? How do you need to approach? I'm telling you, how do you need to approach is now only second statement. Alone second statement is suffice enough to answer this. So if x greater than y, so either I should get a yes, clear yes, okay, a definite yes, or I should get a definite no. So both would be the my answer. Yes is also an answer, no is also an answer. If I ask you, is your name Raj? Yes, no, but it has to be definite. Maybe this is not an answer. Okay, let's go with the second statement. Second statement says like this: ax square is equal to ax square y. So don't just cut it like this and x is greater than y. Okay, so this statement suffice. Like the you can do with the first as well. But do you think it is sufficing? First of all, check out with some numbers. You have to filter the condition, then you have to go to the question. Okay, let's filter the condition. Now in this case, you can figure it out that in the first case, in the first statement was holding untrue for negative, but this statement is like untouched from negative because it is a square. Do I make sense to you? So you can, now you can anticipate it that yes, it has to be greater. It has to be greater. If this statement holds true, then x is greater than y for sure. How many of you can think like this? Because the thing is, if I solve it like algebraically, so it would be like this. It would be like this. Either a square is greater than 0 or x minus y is greater than 0. But a square is greater than 0 for all numbers because it is a square. So we don't need to bother about this condition. So x is greater than y. That is for sure. But I don't want to give you algebra or algebraic rules. That is not GMAT demands. GMAT demands smartness, not exactly the content or the math. So are you getting my point? Can you figure it out yourself? Okay, let me do it for you. Even if a square x is greater than a square y. So if I take a as 1 and this is a 7, so square into 7 and square y is 6. So yes, this condition holds true. 7 is greater than 6 and plus this is x, this is y. I go to the question, which is x greater than y, 7 greater than y. Yes, I get a yes. I'm getting a yes. Now you would think, let's try for negative numbers. So I'm trying for negative number. A square, that means negative 1 is square times x. So you can take it 6, then a square times 7. Can you take this? No, because it is not going to be true for the statement. First, you have to make the statement true. This is the filter. If this is true, then you have to go to the question. So this you cannot take, but you can take this as 5. Yes, this is true. 6 is greater than 5. Now you go to the question. Is x greater than 5? 6 greater than 5? Yes. So with the second statement, you would always get a yes. True or false? It's satisfied. So my answer is B. B, Belgium, Boston. So when the second statement alone is sufficient to give you a particular answer, a definite answer. Makes sense? Does not make sense? Makes sense. Okay, then let's go to the next one. Next one is z an odd integer? Okay, first statement is 3z is odd integer. Second statement is z by third, z by 3 is an odd integer, is an odd integer. Okay, so let's go to the, is z an odd integer? We don't know. So either answer can be yes or can be a complete no, but it has to be a definite one. Are you getting my point? So first statement says 3z is an odd integer. Okay, let's take this one. Let's take z. Let's take 3z. So if I take in place of z, if I take it 1, then 3z would become 3. 3 times 1, 3. So which is an odd number? Now I'm checking whether it is odd. Yes, it is an odd. And how? And if 3z is odd, whether this 1 is odd? Yes, it is also odd. So it is, I'm getting a yes. I'm getting one yes. So I would try to check a no. If it is no, then it is not suffice. And if it is yes, then it is suffice. So I need to go to think some bizarre numbers. Numbers consist of some negative, you can think, some fractions you can think. And if you would remember, there was a first question, first problem, first trap was like, this odd one I gave you. So can you think 3z? Statement says 3z has to be odd. So if I take 1/3, z as 1/3, z as 1/3, then 3z would be odd. True. 3z would be 1. It is odd. So statement is true. The statement is true. Then I go to the question. Is z an odd? Is 1/3 is an odd? 3z is odd. Okay, yes, true. 3z is odd. So that is true. Statement is true. But what is the question? Is z an odd? 1/3 is odd. No, it is neither odd nor even. It is a decimal number. So I get a no. I get a no. So I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a no. So I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a no as well. So this statement is not suffice. So A, D cannot be the answer. I should go for the B, C, E. Now it might be looking that, okay, first statement is suffice enough, sufficient enough, but really it is not. If you look, if you take the help of the numbers and try to eliminate the things, then you can see it explicitly that it is not sufficient enough. Okay. Now let's go to the second statement and let's see what it is happening. Can you hear me? Clearly? Am I audible? Now, second statement alone. Let's see what is second statement is saying. What is it all about? Okay. So second statement is like, it is talking like z/3 is an odd integer. Now tell me one thing. Second statement is talking about a z/3, z1/3, sorry, z by 3, z1/3 is an odd integer. Don't you think if z by 3 is odd, you can take numbers as well, then z would be 3 times odd. And 3 times an odd would always be an odd number. Odd times odd cannot be even. Take any odd number. This is a general rule. And take any odd number on earth. Odd times odd would be an odd number. Second statement alone is suffice. If z/3 is odd, then of course z would be odd as well. True or false? True. So my answer is B, Belgium. But what would it be if I say if Z by 2 is odd? Is odd. If Z by 2 is odd, then what would be Z? Sorry, what would be Z? Then you can't say. Then Z would be, can't say, or it would be even. It would be even because it would be 2 times odd. Then answer would also be, then it is also be sufficient because I'm getting a no, a definite no. What do you say then? Yes, no, or can't say? You can say no, na. So no is also an answer. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? No is also an answer. You see, in case of a proposal, yes is acceptance is also an answer, and rejection is also an answer. But what is not an answer is like, saying maybe, or you can think it's of like, friend zoning someone is not an option, it's not an answer. So Z2, if it had been odd, then Z would be an even. Z would be, of course, an even. 2 times something would be an even. Would be an even. Then somebody would ask you, is Z an odd integer? And what should be your answer? Using this, using this information. Using this information, what would be your answer? You would say, no, Z is an even number. It is not an odd integer. Do I make sense to you? See, I would tell you how to exactly approach this GMAT, okay? And this is different from your CAT and all the things. And we are here, we do not actually need to deal with content like crazy. Like we don't have to be like content buff here, but we have to be smarting. Okay, our objectives are different. If you want more, if you are like seeking for the CAT and all, so our crash course is going to start from 15th August, and even you can come, during my evening classes or night classes exactly for the CAT. But the thing is, GMAT is a different, ball game. Well. Let's go to the other point. This one. Let's try to solve this and try to know what it is in our plate, or whether your plate is full or not. Okay, so here is k square over m is greater than 0. Okay, this is the question. This is asking is. So either yes or no. So it has to be a definite yes or a definite no. First point, k lies from -3 to -5. Okay, and it has to be. If k lies from there to there, do you think this would always be greater than 0? No, you would say we don't have any information about m. And I just want you to anticipate it, okay? Say if k lies from there to there, let me say that I would take k as 1 and m as 1. Then k square by m would become 1 by 1. 1 square by 1, that is 1, and that is greater than 0. Yes, I got a yes. Is k square by m is greater than 0? Yes. If I take k1 again, it is like in this range. So I have to go by this filter. Yes, I'm going by this filter. Yes. And m is -1. M can be anything else. Okay. Because I'm just using this statement alone. I'm using this statement alone. Then k square by m, -m, is greater than 0. No, I'm getting no. I'm getting a yes, I'm getting a no. I'm getting one yes, I'm getting one no. So it is not like fixed, definite, certain. Okay. So this statement is not suffice enough. So what would you say? A, D cannot be the case. Let's go for B, C, E. Let's go for B, C, E. Boston, California. Okay. So meanwhile, just let me, erase the stuff over there. And so we can have, now the second statement alone. Let's take the second statement alone. Let's take the second statement alone. Second statement talks of M, that you have to take M from, but not of K, from -2 to 4. Okay, so I'm taking K as 1. I can take K as anything because I'm just taking this statement alone. And M as 1, which I can take because M lies in this range. This is the filter. Okay, then K squared by M is greater than 0. I'm getting a yes. Okay, 1 by 1. 1 squared by 1 is greater than 0. So if I take K as 1 and M as -1, again I can take. So I'm getting a no. 1 squared by -1, less than 0, not greater than 0. So I'm getting a no. So a yes, a no. Second statement is also not sufficient enough alone. So B is also get cancelled. Now C. Second statement alone is not sufficient. Now I need to combine them. Do you think if I combine them, the answer would be a concrete yes, a definite yes, or a definite no? No, because in both of the cases, actually, I was combining. I was taking care of both of the situation. The one lies in this condition as well. The number one lies satisfy this condition as well, and as this condition as well. So on combining them, this is also not sufficient. So answer is E. The answer alone, they are not sufficient. Alone, they are not sufficient. On combining, they are also not sufficient to give me a fixed answer. Okay, so the answer is E. Nothing can be, conclude from the statements. True. Okay, yes, I can tell you. So the thing is, I'll tell you, if we just look at the first statement, like I ask you what is X, and I give you this, X plus 5 is equal to 12. So can you figure out what is X? You would say X would be 7 with the first statement only. And if the first statement alone is sufficient, then I just need to check out for A or D. D means both of the statement individually gives you the answer. Both of the statement alone gives you the answer. So you don't have to go for the B, C, E. B is when the second statement alone is sufficient. C is on combining them, you are getting answer. E, nothing can be concluded. So you don't have to go even by looking the first option. And if it is giving us concrete answer, definite answer, then what you have to do, either it can be A or it can be D. It cannot be B, C. And if it is not suffice enough, the first statement, then it can only be B, C, not A, not B. Okay, so this was the principle of ADBC approach. I think you are getting my point. Sahil, what do you think? Okay, so this is a ADBC approach, and I just sort of rush over it, but the thing is that is required at this point of the time. Okay, you agree with me? You don't agree with me? Or it is maybe? Maybe. Well, good. That's enough for today, I think. And I'm signing off. By the way, you can visit our website for the further courses, and our new CAT crash course is being, we are starting from Independence Day, from the 15th of August. And meanwhile, you can go our Telegram channel as well. And if you want to buy some ebooks, you can use the code and get 10% off. And please do visit our website for the sake of your preparation, or do something for your preparation right now, right away. And the thing is, bye bye, take care, have a good day, enjoy your day.